Now this video I just replaced a little sidewalk here. Different way of doing things as usual, but here it goes. Now today's job is to fix this patio right here, right up to the doorway. It's kind of shot. We don't know what's under it until we get there. So all we're going to be doing is just picking it up. Knocking that off the back. That's good. What went on is we're using gravel. This is what I call a floating sidewalk, because you know what? There's 4 different sidewalks here and curbs, and you got the foundation sticking up, so we're going to fake it. I'm just going to put the gravel down and let the float right on top of the gravel. Something different. So since this is a floating sidewalk, I'm putting stucco wire mesh right down on it like that. I got my wire mesh down. I call it a floating sidewalk. And the reason is because it's floating right on, the wire mesh is holding it all together. I've done it before. It's an inexpensive job, let's put it that way. And I get it going, and I keep going, and I fill it in. Here's my wire, and I'm putting it in just like I did on my patio and sidewalks videos, so I don't have to keep showing you that. And then we're going to let it dry up and clean it up. So one of the big problems with this job was the elevation. It's a lot higher up there, and the water would come down and it'd go towards the door. We don't want that, so we had to kind of go like this with the sidewalk, and then pitch the sidewalk this way so the water will go away from everything. We were between a rock and a hard place. Didn't want to throw a lot of money at it. I call it a floating sidewalk because it's kind of floating on the gravel and it's floating on the wire mesh. I've done it before, it works good. Every situation's different, so this is the way we decided to do this. Now normally when it comes to fixing a sidewalk like that, I would never do it that way, but it was right between the building and the house, where I knew the only thing you're going to put on it is maybe a grass cutter or wheel refrigerator over it. I would never do that on a brand new sidewalk, but I couldn't take a jackhammer and go jack it into the foundation and busting the plaster up. I couldn't be busting out the post that was holding up the thing. I had to do it cheap and simple. It was the only thing to do, so I don't even like to put these kind of jobs on the internet because it's a little bit embarrassing, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do in the real world of masonry. So I put it on. It's a quick fix. I've done it a lot, and I want to show you that little secret. I even seen some guys not even use wire mesh. They just laid it on the gravel and they get away with it. But I like to make sure everything's kind of knit together. And then I checked it after the winter, and this is what it looks like after checking it. Okay, it came back after the first winter, and it held up good. Steps didn't move. Everything held up good. So not to brag, but I always check my work after the first winter.